My name is Andre Navica Patrick. I am from Novato, California.
My name is Stephen Andrews, and I am a business major.
My name's Tim. I'm an additional engineer.
I am Jonathan Hawkinson, general engineering switching to industrial, and I'm from Arvada, Colorado.
My name is Owen Chase Shackleton, and I'm a philosophy major.
Majority is Protestant Christian, definitely a lot of Catholics as well. There's some Jewish community, and I would say very little other very little other religious backgrounds.
I wouldn't say my hometown is very religiously diverse. I know I'm definitely from attending Catholic grade school to high school. I've been surrounded by predominantly the Catholic population of my hometown, which I think makes up a large portion of it. And if not Catholic, then predominantly Christian.
It's not that diverse, I'd say. Arvada, where I'm from, especially the area, it's definitely more of a Catholic. There isn't a ton of diversity there among students or anything at my high school. Generally, it was just Caucasian, pretty much usually a higher end family too. So.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely a couple mosques. I know there's a couple of Jewish temples. But mostly, predominantly, there's more Indians than the Muslim, and then it's also predominantly Christian.
I would have to say there isn't a strong religious diversity. It's mainly Christians, Catholics, but I don't really see a huge diversity with that. There's not, there's a large Jewish population in town.
But I did associate myself with more friends who were religious, so kind of picked up a little bit of that tradition and of those beliefs through them. Not that it really had a direct mind change or effect on me, but I definitely did see more of that when I came to college.
I think in high school, a lot of it was there's a lot of doubt. People maybe said they were Catholic or they have some connection to the church, but they never actually practiced it or didn't really believe in it. Coming to college, I see a little more of they take importance into it and they take involvement in the church. At least from who I've met so far in the dorms and throughout my social interactions, I'd say there's more involvement.
Diversity.
I would say just from being exposed to mostly Catholic views, and then coming to Cal Poly and being exposed to different religions or different beliefs definitely has shifted a few of my views for the better, I'd like to think, by just bringing in more culturally sensitive ideas from different countries around the world.
I think for me, college was the time for me to decide what I wanted to do, how I wanted to live. There was no pressure. I think it was just more me making that decision as I get older, as I mature, as I come to that point in my life.
I still mainly just had interactions with Catholicism and Christianity. Nothing a lot less Jewish actually culturally I've seen in town, but yeah, so mainly actually less, which is kind of weird. I guess not. It has it's very populated, dense, has a huge population density, and it doesn't surprise me. I didn't know that beforehand, but it doesn't surprise me.
Well, we have already a lot of racial diversity, and a lot of people that come from all over the country that moved to California, and so I think that just brings a lot of different diversities as far as everything, and religion included.
In all of California, it's definitely a different atmosphere towards religion in California. Colorado and California are very different diversity-wise, just because being close to the coast, there's a lot more diversity here, a lot more immigrants on that aspect. Coming to California, the change, especially in San Luis Obispo, is not as large. It tends to be more Caucasian based in San Luis Obispo, I think, at least from my experiences so far.
In general, as a geographical population, you have people coming up from Mexico who believe in different things. You have those coming in from the east, whether that's flying in or going by boat from China or Japan, and I think there's more people find that there's more opportunity in California.
In particular, it's a very liberal state. It's very culturally supportive that you don't mess with people's religions. Like in this state, like not even just law itself being upheld that they're allowed to practice what they want to, but just in the culture and the political affiliations, they want people to feel like they can practice whatever religion they like to. So it seems like just the culture of California allows that.
I think San Luis Obispo is definitely a different place for spirituality. There's not a lot of diversity in San Luis Obispo. It's a lot like my hometown, but throughout all of California, you do get a different feel for that diversity. There's definitely more of it. It's definitely very. I think it's just because of its location, and it's California. It's the place where people from Mexico come, people from Asia, all these different places can come because it's the United States and it's California, it's Hollywood, it's Los Angeles. It's the perfect place to be. So why not come here?